Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a review on the 2023 GasGas EX250. This is the 250 two-stroke model. This is a new bike. The EX250 comes with oil injection as standard. If you come over here, you can see this is where you fill up the oil right there. So it has oil injection. Up here it has a little dash. You got fuel injection right there, so if that's like your check engine light. This here is your fuel level light, and that's your oil level light for your two-stroke oil. This is the last year that they are doing air forks. I'm not sure when they'll come back to air forks, if they'll come back to air forks. The 2024s are back to conventional forks. On this year, it comes with an MX-33 front tire and an AT81 rear. AT81 isn't my favorite. I mean, it does the work. This model is air fork front and linkage rear. This is the lightest cross-country bike that they make, the 250, just a smidge lighter than the 300, and for it being a 250, it revs a lot faster and happier than a 300 will. Obviously, it doesn't have as much low-end torque or grunt as a 300, but you know, it's just as capable as a 300 is. Some things to note on this bike is that it has a 2-gallon, I think a 2.3-gallon gas tank around there. Not quite as big as other years, but it's got enough size to ride, you know, all day. This model comes with a kickstand, and it has very soft suspension. I'm 6'2", and I sit pretty comfortably on the bike, flat-footed, no problem. I did need to dial in some sag, but it's not too bad. Since for it being a GasGas, the KTM brand, they have hydraulic clutches. This is probably one of the lightest hydraulic clutches I've felt. It's a good clutch right there. Comes standard with electric start as well. And I think that's all I've got to say about the bike right now. This is the last year of the TPI, so 2024s are now TBI, throttle body injection. So since for this being the last year, they got all their, you know, little nooks and crannies, you know, figured out. No more issues with the TPI as far as the 2023. But I'll get into a riding review for you guys right now. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna be getting into a riding review for you guys right now. Once again, this is the 2023 GasGas 250 EX250. It's their lightest cross-country model. It's actually surprisingly quiet for a two-stroke. It climbs no problem. It's a pretty big hill. Does it no problem. It loves the lug. It just revs freely. I've got no complaints flying a 250 over a 300. Not a single complaint. This bike has very soft suspension. I'd say that the suspension's more geared towards enduro than cross country, for being how soft it is. As for the rear shock, at least, for it being the 23, it still has the air fork, so you can air it up and down to your liking and your weight. This comes standard with a 6-speed transmission, and has fairly long gears for it being What else can I say about it? Gosh, whoops are horrible. I have no complaints about the bike so far. Only issues I've had with the bike so far is the kickstand lever. The bolt likes to back out, so just throw some Loctite on it, call it good. That's a known thing with all of these bikes with use. I had a manufacturer defect. The rear caliper seized on me, but I got that all sorted. GasGas warranty. And I just love the gearbox on this thing. I will say it is very hard to find neutral. I usually have to turn the bike off in order to find neutral on this bike. So it's not the nicest bike to find neutral on. Gearbox isn't very notchy, which is nice. Pretty nice gearbox. Only complaint I have is just that neutral issue. They did have a very poor choice in rear tire, I will say. I'm not a very big fan of the 881. Everybody loves it, but me and my entire friend group run it because our bikes came with it, and it is it's not that good in my opinion. You might like it, which is completely fine, but just not for me. It's very loose at high speed cornering, and it just doesn't grab as nicely as other tires. I'll be switching to the MX-34 once this tire's cooked through. This bike is pretty hard to stall for it being a two-stroke. You know, I could just slug around low speeds, you know, no clutch. It'll just climb anything as well. Low speeds. It's got the torque, not 300 levels of torque, but it is definitely just as capable as a 300 is. Like I said, if you want something that'll rev higher, that you could drive more aggressively, the 250 I would definitely favor over the 300. 300 is, how do I call it? It's more of an old man bike, you know. It's a lot more forgiving. It has a lot more lower end torque, a lot more controllable, a lot more tame compared to the 250, I would say. 250 loves to rev, and that power band will sneak up on you. It just goes. I absolutely love it. Model, it comes standard without the headlight or tail light. If you want those, you're going to want to buy the EC model. The EC model has softer suspension and it's geared more towards hard enduro, tight corners, tight enduro stuff in the track. But the EX is more than capable of doing everything that the EC is doing in terms of tight enduro stuff. That's what I use this bike for, is tight enduro stuff usually. Whatsoever. For being oil injected, a lot of people don't like oil injected. They like to premix it because they're afraid that the oil injected will cause them issues in the future. I've talked to many GasGas and KTM owners, and not a single one of them has had an oil pump failure. So I cannot say that there's much complaint there. It just climbs. It loves to rev. I have no issue with any. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please let me know in the comments. If you have any feedback on how I could further improve my videos, I would really appreciate it. I think that just about concludes the ride. Like I said, if you guys have any more questions, I'm sure I missed many things, but you guys can definitely comment and I'll try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.